Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a closer look at DFW businesses. I'm your host, Robyn H. Jimenez, and today we're going to take a closer look at Rouge Cuisine.
So good to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's so great to have a chance to talk to you today. So tell us, what is Rouge Cuisine?
So the Rouge Cuisine, it's kind of loosely means the red kitchen. I got that because red to me kind of means passion, and my roots for cooking come from my Texas and my Louisiana roots, which both of those are cuisines that have a lot of passion and flavor inside of them. So I kind of took that Creole Cajun roots and I kind of blended it with the Texas flavor that I know and love, and I came up with the Rouge Cuisine. So we're an elevated Creole fusion brand. We specialize in providing professional and customizable catering solutions to corporate clientele, private, exclusive, and the special event industry. So that's what we do.
Wow, that sounds like an awesome and interesting career. So tell us, what's on the menu?
So many things. So I really like to take the classics, the things that we know and love, and then I look around me and I look at all the different cultures that are represented in Texas, which is a huge melting pot, and I kind of blend those together. So you might see a shrimp and grits, but you can also see a curry shrimp and grits with a little island flair on it, right? You might see some kebabs, chicken kebabs, but you might see a Cajun kebab or a chimichurri to bring some of that Spanish influence. So I really like to find flavors that everybody can find themselves in. I kind of coin it as we're living in delicious harmony, right? So we can all sit at the same table and enjoy the same foods.
Okay, so what is your one dish that if you haven't tried it, you absolutely have to try it?
Ooh, what is that one dish? So between getting my non-grit lovers to fall in love with shrimp and grits, um, it's probably one of my desserts. I love blending lemon and lavender together. So I do like a lemon and lavender citrus bar and a cheesecake that people really love, but it's a very surprising, like elegant flavor that they didn't know went together. So, but it's simple, you know.
That sounds interesting. I know I haven't tried it. Okay, so take us through your dining experience.
So my specific clientele, they are people who are foodies. Like my clientele are foodies. They know what they want, but they're also open to that creative expression for their events. They're pretty high end, they want a set vision and a feel and an ambiance to their events, and they call my team in to make that vision come to life. So when I'm talking to my clients, I want to know the feel that they want. I want to know the atmosphere that they want for their guests. I want to know the visuals that they want to see for their food presentation, and we literally pull from the occasion of the event, and we make that happen. So everything down to the plating. To I do a lot of small bites, and I mean everything is intricately designed per event and per client. So it's very detail oriented. It's very like on the nose, and I always try to add a little customization and flair to it, so no one experience is the same. That's why I call it an experience.
Wow, so was this your little girl dream?
Yeah, it actually was. So again, I was born into a family of home cooks, from the not only the women but the men too. So I was raised in the kitchen, and I quickly became a fan and obsessed with Food Network from the very beginning. So even at the age of 8, that's when I determined that I wanted to be a chef. And my dad still tells story to this day, like, I remember you saying you wanted to be a chef from when you were a little girl. So this is a childhood dream. This was always the goal. Maybe it didn't happen the way that I thought it was going to happen, but where I am now is always where I wanted to be. And I'm just getting started. So it's been a pretty exciting journey.
That sounds amazing. Just a little side note. When I was 8 years old, I wanted to be a chef, and I cooked eggs for the first time, but I burned them and I burned the pan, so I didn't try again for a long time.
I still burn things. That's why we practice, we get all those. So that's okay.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your journey. Okay. You graduated from Grambling University.
Yes, the
We just had
mighty
a,
Grambling State. Yeah,
okay. And then you went to culinary school?
I did not.
Oh, you didn't. What happened?
Always wanted to go to Grambling. So I've been looking at their cheerleaders since I was a little girl. My dad used to bring me to the Grambling PV games, and I was like, that's going to be me. So I had been cheering since the fourth grade, and I was like, I'm going to be on that squad. And that's why I went to Grambling. I wish I could say it was for academics, but I did that too. I did well in that too. So went to Grambling. I studied business and entrepreneur with the emphasis on entrepreneurship while I was there. And my goal was to get my business degree for my 4-year business degree. And it was to come out and go to culinary school. Well, like most grads, when I graduated, I didn't know that Sally Mae wanted her money right up front. And to see how much culinary school costs, I just could not afford it. So I went straight into corporate America. And throughout that time, although I was working in corporate America, I did not let my dream die. So I was still practicing, like you said, I was still practicing and burning things and all of that. And just kind of using my classmates, using my family and friends as kind of guinea pigs to kind of test out this idea that I had. But while I was working in corporate America, I started taking on clients. And I just kind of went out there and went for it. And in 2014, that's when I came up with the name Rouge Cuisine. And I started the company then. And it wasn't until a year later, I had to make a decision. I had to think about where I wanted to be long term. And I heard a little voice from God, and he said, jump. And I just went for it. And since 2015, I've been full time. And 8 years later, I'm still here. So I guess I'm doing something right, or I heard God right. So, yeah.
You're so right. That is amazing. So, how far out do you travel?
Oh, I travel anywhere. I travel
Okay.
everywhere. Now, in the inside of the Metroplex, I literally have clients as north as Aubrey, Texas, Prosper. I go as far down as Waco and Waxahachie. I've been as east as Heath, Texas, and Rockwall, and all the way to Fort Worth. So I literally handle that entire Metroplex. But we still do traveling services too. So if the clients want to fly the team out or fly me out for their events, which I've definitely gotten calls from other states, we do that as well. So yeah, and virtual as well. During the pandemic, I shifted to virtual services too. So
Okay. Okay. So, this year, you were the first place winner of the Black Girl Magic Capital One Business Pitch Competition.
yes.
What is that?
Wow. So Boston Women Media, for one, is an amazing company that really puts their back and support behind Black women businesses. And I've actually been privileged to serve them and see their work up close and personal. So it just was a full circle for me to now be benefiting from what I've seen them do and how I've seen them support the Black female community in the business world. So um, probably for a couple of years ago, it was placed on my heart as I searched myself as my business grew. I was looking around to expand and find a commercial kitchen so I can cook, for bigger clientele and kind of expand my business. But like I said, I'm in the southern sector of Dallas. And when I Googled commercial kitchens, I was very surprised and disheartened to know that there are no commercial kitchens in the southern sector of Dallas. Well, there are, but they're very small, packed out already if one or two businesses come in there. So knowing me, I'm very ambitious. When I see a void, I'm going to step up and try to fill it. So not only did I see there weren't any commercial kitchens, but I started teaching healthy food initiatives with other nonprofits. And oftentimes some of the people in the class will ask, can I take classes from you? Where can I get this teaching? And unfortunately, I'm like, I don't have a space to teach out of. So unfortunately, if you don't catch this program, just got to catch it when it comes around. So I had the idea to build out my own production kitchen. This would be a multi-use production space that would not only be a production kitchen for my company, but it will also have consultation rooms for wedding clients and special event clients to come do their tastings. They would have kitchen classrooms so people can come take basic cooking skills, not only in person, but virtually. as well as have rental kitchen space for other chefs that are looking to expand their business. So Creole multi-use production space, that's where that came to be. And that's what I pitched on for Black for Boss Women Media. And yeah, 10 minutes and $50,000 later, I guess somebody believed in the vision, and yeah, I get to press forward. So I'm grateful for that seed. And yeah, it's an exciting journey.
Oh, wow. So how long is that going to take? How long is it going to take to get it up and going?
Right now, that seed money is really going to be pivotal to me putting the key players into place, from the legal side, from the accountants, and most importantly, the people who are going to build out this space and make it a reality. So thankfully, I have a great advisory board on my side that's made up of some of my mentors and even some of my clientele right now who really believe in what I'm doing. So they're helping me kind of scale the southern sector landscape to see what buildings are available. And then now we get to put those key players so we can start building out blueprints and raising more capital and trying to see what key players can come into play so we can get this thing up and running. So I foresee a 12 to 18 month runway from just hitting the ground running and making it happen, so that's what I'm hoping. Cross my fingers.
Yes, of course. And of course, you'll let me know when you have it up and running.
Oh, of course. Look, I've already envisioned the ribbon cutting. I see it, like I see the crowd, and I just see the community really being blessed and really being fed in more ways than one through this one space. So I'm super excited to make something out of nothing from our community that is normally overlooked and underserved.
Yes. So, okay, you talk about your focus on the community and giving back to the community. And you're also working with a few charitable organizations, including the North Texas Food Bank and Hunger Busters. So, what are you doing with them?
So Hunger Busters was probably one of the first organizations that I started working with. Hunger Busters is an amazing organization, and they fill in the gap when studies have shown that majority of children, especially in our DISD, do not get 2 to 3 meals a day like they should. So they step in, they get volunteers, and they get funding to provide that additional meal for children. So they host a charity event every year. It's like a chef showcase, but they put chefs that are in Dallas on the main stage, and they give this fine dining experience to their sponsors and to other people who want to give back to this community. So I do that with them as far as and volunteering. And then the American Heart Association came into play, and I began being the liaison chef for the southern sector, and I have taught classes on behalf of them and done healthy food demos for them. Then that turned into the North Texas Food Bank, where now I've been a 2-time instructor for their Cooking Matters program, which is an 8-week program that's 50% nutrition, 50% live cooking. And we get to teach the community about healthy food alternatives. So not putting away the good stuff, not putting away the seasoning, but showing you how to use it in a way that can be flavorful and beneficial to your body. And that's really where my heart is. I grew up in the food desert. I live in an area that's considered a food desert now. And I really just believe this community needs access and education so we can be a better people and so we can live longer.
Yes. Sounds great, which leads me to my next question. Do you do specialty diets?
Yeah, so even dealing with my own health issues throughout the pandemic, I had adult onset food sensitivities, which has caused me to shift to like a vegan pescatarian diet. So although I give my clients whatever they ask for, I myself can't even eat some of the foods that only this area provides. So with my clients, we do any type of dietary restrictions. And I mean, I've gotten doctor prescribed menus that are soy-free, gluten-free, vegetarian, vegan, whatever you can think of. There's so many allergies and sensitivities out there. So that's a part of that customization piece that my company does, because we appeal to all of it. I really feel like nobody should be left out. Whereas most of your major companies can't do that, right? They have like, this is what we have and this it. But with me, whatever you have represented in your guest list or in your community, we can speak to it. So yeah.
I love it because in our community, not only do we have so many illnesses that are hereditary, but then we also have illnesses that we develop as time goes by, sensitivities and allergies,
And
you
some
know,
people don't know the
mental
difference. So
problems. Yes.
yes, all of that.
Yeah. So that is wonderful. That is awesome. That puts you at the top of my list right away.
Thank you.
So, because yeah, I'm on that list too.
Yeah.
Can't
It's
have gluten and
It's
all of this stuff.
difficult. Yeah, it's difficult,
Yeah,
but we can do it. We can do
yeah,
it.
yeah. So, as a small business that gives back to the community, how can the community support you?
Really pushing our name out there. I know right now I'm moving to really focus on our corporate clientele. There's so many businesses that are moving to Texas, so many headquarters. And when I look at things like the Dallas Business Journal, or I look at other companies that are on the mainstream, I don't really see Black and brown faces. And I
Mm.
do want to let the Metroplex know and let the world know that there are professional, upstanding Black and brown brands that exist.
Yes.
We answer emails and we answer calls and we go above and beyond and give you this full just VIP experience. So just putting our name out there is how you can support us. Sharing our content. You can find us on Instagram. I love when people comment. It's like, oh my God, that picture made me hungry, or I really want my birthday party to look like this video. So just sharing that and just engaging with us is a way that you can support. And just looking out whenever anybody needs the services that we provide, shout our name out, send people our way, and we'll be happy to serve them.
And for anybody that wants to know more about your services, how can we contact you?
So the easiest way is to go to our website is www.interlerouge.com. We have all our menus there. We have a list of all our services. And as well, I'm actually going to be upstarting a blog soon so I can tell about just some of the behind the scenes things that go on with the business, so people can not only know about the brand, but know about the person behind the brand. And that's what I'm really huge on, is building a network and building relationships with my audience and with my clients. So there, and then of course, if you want to look at some food to make you hungry throughout the day, you can always visit our Instagram. It's at Rouge Cuisine, and engage with us there. And yeah, learn more about what we're doing, what we have going on.
Well, I'm definitely going to connect because from the pictures I've seen already, I mean, it's art.
Oh, thank you. That's what I want. Thank you so much.
Well, that is our time for the day. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me, what you're doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for what you're doing with the community and what you're planning to do. I know it is much needed in our community, and I know it's going to help our community progress. It was so great to talk to you today. This has been a closer look at Rouge Cuisine. I want to thank our viewers for supporting us. I'll see you next month. In the meantime, don't forget to visit us at dallasexaminer.com or download the app on your Apple or Android phone. And follow, like, and share us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. In the meantime, stay safe. Join us next month on a closer look at DFW businesses as we take a closer look at another Black-owned business in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.